Well, as the 21-22 NBA season nears its end, questions about the next season begin for one NBA all-time great, LeBron James. According to Bleacher Report, they thought it was worth discussing that LeBron hasn't given the Lakers a commitment. And if I'm reading this article correctly, not only has LeBron not committed past his contract with the Lakers, but apparently he hadn't committed to the 22-23 season next year. Competing executives and agents do not expect the team to get clarity from James ahead of the draft and free agency. According to Bleacher Report, the Lakers are looking at the situation like this. The Lakers don't want to commit to a LeBron AD nucleus if LeBron is going to bounce after this next season if he plays at all. Maybe if the Lakers know this year's a dud, the roster would be built around Anthony Davis more or someone else. I just want to show you guys a quick comment here from LeBron on a recent episode of his show with Mav Carter, The Shop. When asked about what team would he like to play for that was remaining in the playoffs, at the time I believe they were down to the Final Four, which would have been Boston, Miami, Golden State, and Dallas. Bron said the team that I would love to play for, if it wasn't the Lakers, since we're not in the playoffs, would be either Miami or Golden State. All right, for those who don't know, LeBron played for 4 years in Miami. The Golden State thing continues to be so interesting to me. LeBron has made it a point of emphasis over the last about 2-3 years. He's been really dialing in on saying, yo, I want to play with Steph Curry. Look at him. In All-Star games, he's having the time of his life, making passes to Steph. You know, anything. And they really do complement each other perfectly. Like, I think I tweeted that out a couple months ago. There's no greater compliment to LeBron and Steph Curry's games than each other. Nobody. LeBron and Steph complement each other. Obviously, when LeBron was a couple years younger, and Steph, maybe even a couple years younger as well, when his shot was a little better than what it is now. They complement each other perfectly. And I think LeBron looks at that Golden State Warriors organization, wow, Bob Myers and company, how they do business, and he thinks, man, I've been a great player. That's been the easy part because I'm committed to the game. But being a GM while trying to help one of my closest friends, Rich Paul, get an agency off the ground, and I only bring that up because some of the guys that have been attached to LeBron teams have been because of his guy, Rich Paul, getting clutch off the ground. The Tristan Thompsons getting big deals, the J.R. Smith getting big deals. Nobody was going to pay J.R. Smith the money that the Cavs gave J.R. Smith. He got that deal because of clutch. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who actually ended up playing a lot better, but he initially got big contracts because of the LeBron James component to it. A lot of guys that we can name have gotten paid in large part due to LeBron James being around. LeBron's like, being a GM, the GM's been kind of tough. Like, guys keep getting hurt. The superstars that I attach myself to, like Dwayne Wade, Anthony Davis, they don't take care of their bodies. Sometimes misfortune just happens with a situation like Chris Bosh, Kyrie Irving, kind of out of his mind. Kevin Love couldn't deal with the pressure. Every superstar that I attach myself to, they let me down in some kind of ways as I continue to just take my game to the next level. I think LeBron wants to be a Golden State Warrior. I really believe that. LeBron is just one of those guys that, unlike Kobe or Mike, when he sees greatness in an organization, the way they play basketball, instead of wanting to compete against that and beat that, he wants to play with that, be a part of that. That's who he is. Nothing wrong with that. That's just who he is. It's different from Mike or Kobe. He wants to be a part of greatness, not take down greatness. LeBron is the type of guy that if every game he could get 30, 10, and 10, the other team's best players could get their numbers, but LeBron's teams won by 2 points, he'd be happy with that. Kobe and Mike were the type of guys where if they got 25 points and the other team's best player got 26 points, even if Kobe or Mike's team won, they're disappointed in themselves. They wanted to leave that other team's player with 2 points. I don't know if LeBron will ever get his wish to play with Steph Curry and the Warriors, but if you look at it, if the Warriors were to lose Game 6 and Game 7 and somehow not win a championship, I guess theoretically you could say maybe the Warriors could go Andrew Wiggins, get him out of there, and get a small forward that would put them over the hump, which would be LeBron. I guess theoretically you could say that. I wouldn't even do that at this point. Wiggins has shown me that he's capable of being a defender that even LeBron can be at this point in his career. It would be a California thing that LeBron loves. He can still stay on the West Coast. He'll still keep his crib in Cali to appease wifey. Then play with a great and Steph Curry. And maybe even Clay. I'm just throwing it out there. Financially, it would put the Warriors over. But they'd probably be willing to pay it to get LeBron in that system. I don't think this is going to have any legs to it or happen. I believe LeBron is coming to L.A. to play for the Lakers this year and work and be the greatest version of himself. But look around. Look at the finals. Steph back in the finals, and he's not even playing great in this playoff run. But he's still in the finals because the Warriors are a system. Steve Kerr, system. Clay, not playing his greatest, system. Draymond Green, definitely not playing his greatest, system. Look at the next group of young Warriors that are coming down the pipeline. Jordan Poole, Jonathan Kuminga, and we'll see what happens with James Wiseman. System. Lakers. Blah. Yeah. Nasty. Dumb. Anthony Davis not even shooting basketballs. Russell Westbrook. I understand LeBron's want and desire to be in a great situation. I just think for LeBron, if you look at the Miami situation, that was the closest thing he would have had to Miami, or Golden State, excuse me. But he tossed it. He gave up on them because they wouldn't give his friends tickets. He dipped his Golden State. He dipped on it. He had a close to Golden State type of situation. I do believe Pat Riley was going to rebuild that bad boy and give LeBron whatever he wanted. But LeBron dipped on that. And now he's stuck with the Lakers. He went to the Cavs and won championships in both places. But now when things hit the fan, he's stuck in turmoil and mess.